Isn't it amazing how much in a situation that doesn't life just have storms? I mean, the storm's not just real; they're metaphorical too. I mean, it's a metaphor. We all got storms, don't we? One time or another. Sometimes you can predict them. Sometimes you can't. You can't see it coming always. You don't know what's happening. But isn't it amazing how just $1,000? That's not that much. But how many options and how much peace that can give you? Just $1,000. I mean, and so there's a reason to do the stuff we teach here. It's not just a Dave Ramsey thing. It's not just a biblical way of handling finance thing. It's not just good for you to be a grown up. It's not all that. It's a better way to live your life. I mean, what if you had a fully funded emergency fund and you were facing all these things and you had $20,000 set aside and no payments at all? It's a different thing to face life when it comes at you, the storms of life. But I mean, really, it is a good metaphor. When they come at you, it's a different thing to face that with a little bit of a pile of money. Or you could even be the guy that stopped in the lobby. He was here Thursday. He and his wife. They were in Nashville. I said, what are you doing in Nashville? He said, well, we live in North Carolina, and we thought it was a good time to come to Nashville and throw a party. I said, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, we're millionaires. We've been doing the stuff you teach for years, and we're completely out of debt. We got a net worth over $1 million, and we thought this is a good time to go to Nashville. Doesn't it change your perspective when every decision you make doesn't create yet another crisis? I remember just something as simple as a car breaking down. Every time the car would break down at our house, we had a hillbilly drama crisis. I mean, I would throw stuff at the car, get mad, have a fit, stupid car. I hate this car. I hate every car that's got this color on it. This stupid car on the side of the road again. I wish someday I could get a position. You ever whine? I think whining is a little known form of prayer. I'd go into like super whine mode. You ever done that? Yeah, you have. You know you have. What's interesting was once I got an emergency fund in place, I remember the first time we had about $10,000 in the bank, and the transmission went out on the car. Actually, went out on the van because I pulled the boat with the van with the shifter in the overdrive position, so I fried the transmission because I was stupid. But that's how it went out. Smoke filled the car, and my children were yelling that they were all going to die, and this is what happens if you put the drive shifter in the wrong place and pull the boat. Anyway, so yeah, I got to put a transmission in the van. But it was the weirdest feeling. We're driving away from the place after we put the transmission in. We paid, I don't know, $1,700 or whatever it was for the transmission. It was 100 years ago. And we were driving away because we just went in and picked up the van and wrote a check. And there was no hillbilly drama. It was like weird. It's like this is just an emergency becomes an inconvenience when you have some money. So the purpose of this show is not to say rich people don't have any troubles. The purpose of this show is to say get some money. Get you some money. It's called an emergency fund is one of your first steps. Get you some money. Get yourself out of debt. Quit buying crap that you can't afford with money you don't have to impress people you don't really like. Stop it. Get you some money because the storms are coming. You're going to do something stupid and fry your transmission. There's going to be a hurricane. There's something's going to happen. But a crisis is not a hillbilly drama. It's an inconvenience. When you're a millionaire, you come to Nashville and have a party. It's kind of inconvenient to be over here right now. There's a hurricane, so I'm going to go over there. And I'm just going to get on a plane and fly over there and rent me a car and get me a really nice hotel and go to some nice restaurants. And when we get back home, we'll see what's left. Work it out. It changes everything. It changes everything when someone in your family is ill. And you can go be with them, or you can even help them through that process. It changes everything when the storms of life hit. Now, I don't want you to be rich because you're greedy, and I'm not teaching you to be greedy. I'm not greedy. That's not the point. But money is an interesting thing. My friend Pastor Craig Groeschel says, why is it wealth is the only blessing from God that we apologize for? well, I don't apologize for it. I want you to work hard, come by it honest, save some of it, be a grown-up, and then when a crisis comes, it'll be an inconvenience.